Hi friends, Chris here. So I'm here today to show you my finished completed project. This is I believe 50 by 50 centimeter custom from the Mian store. I get all my customs from there because they have poured glue and also rounds, and that's what I prefer. So this is a custom I had made. If you've seen an earlier video, I talked about major changes I made to this because the original, let me see if I can get it real quick. I forgot to set this up, but I think I still saved the picture. Let's see. Yes. So, okay, well, it's not going to move. I don't know why. All right. Well, this is the original picture. The glare, you can't really see. Well, the middle is the moon, and then there's stars. Oh well, that's the original picture. Okay. So then before I sent that in, because I had the text, I put the text through like the photo editor thing, and I wrote the text and I had to put it on here on the picture, and I sent them the picture with the text and everything. So when I received it, I expected it to be to where it'd be a little bit of a challenge because listen, I knew that the words were going to not come out perfectly, and they didn't. Because they had a lot of like shading. I thought, again, if you've seen the other video, I thought I had put like solid block letters. I didn't check that actually to make sure that I did that, but I'm like 99% sure I did that. But for whatever reason, it still came out with the the letters, and then it had side highlights on it. And if I had done that, I don't think it would come out right. And also the stars. The stars were too small to come out looking like actual stars, so they were just like somewhat round and misshapen objects. So basically, all the stars on here I self-made. The bit larger ones I tried to follow somewhat of the pattern. I actually had to straighten them out the best I could, and I still had to change how they were from what was charted on the canvas. But these were basically, the larger ones are the only ones that followed, and there are a couple up here and then on the side over here. Those are the only ones that really I tried to follow in some sort of way what they did. All these other ones, stars, snowflake looking things, I made up myself in the places where they were supposed to be, other stars were supposed to be, but they were so small that I just made up like these my own little, and I think it came out great. It's super sparkly because I substituted almost all the colors except like about 9 or 10 base colors, and then like in these blues are all these blues, these white, these this like grayish color in here, the whites and light blues. Again, these are the colors they gave me. Then I also added in to each color. I chose rhinestones or half pearls or ABs. So like in this darkest color here, this is a blue. It's basically the darkest blue you probably can get. I put black ABs so you can see some throughout. I just sprinkled them. Then another one I used half pearls. This other dark blue I used half pearls. This like more medium blue I used these rhinestones I have. Again, this etc. And in the moon, in the white parts I used the white drill they gave me. I also put a few ABs, and I used the sparklers from Tina in here. Again, throughout here I've used different sort of color rhinestones. And same thing with the stars. I used rhinestones that I bought. Some I had in my stock from other paintings. I used these gold bolt things, yellow ABs, yellow rhinestones, And so that's what I did. And it's super sparkly to begin with. Just the drills are regularly, because they're dark. And usually the darker drills are the ones that have the most sparkle. So it's sparkly as it is, enough. But then with all the rhinestones and sparklers, and it really makes it so super shiny. And of course the letters, I decided to do red because black wouldn't work with the background. It's too dark. White would have interfered in here in the moon. So I had to choose a color. So I used red and orange rhinestones, and I just had enough of the red. I almost ran out of the the orange. There were a few more places where the orange had to go, and again I had to the letters and the star. These bigger stars. The other stars were easy, but the bigger stars, like this, and the letters were a bit painstaking. Once you get past like an E, which is easy, but having to line all of them up to make sure on the top and the bottom so they're even, and then trying to space them between each other and the words between each other, and it was a labor doing that. So let me tell you about the painting itself, without me getting too emotional. So this is basically a tribute to my mom and my relationship. Again, I've mentioned it a million times. I'm sure you're going to get sick of hearing it, but it's basically one of the biggest impacts of my life is that my mom died in December of 2019. It feels like yesterday, but it feels like so long ago. It's almost coming on a year in a couple months, and I can't believe it. She's meant the world to me. Was the closest person in my life. I can't imagine my life without her. It's been very hard. So so this is a poem. I call it, if you want to call it something, a poem that we actually, throughout my whole life, from when I was a kid until she died, I would say 97% of the time before bed, when we would, either one of us will go to bed, we were upstairs, one of us came upstairs and said goodnight, we would say to each other, it's a 4-line poem. It says, "Good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, happy dreams, sweet dreams, see you in the morning, I love you." It's not an unknown. I don't know how many other people, if this is a known saying. I know the "good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite" thing. I know that's kind of a universal kind of saying. I don't know if the rest of it is a known thing. I don't know if it's something my mom made up. I don't know. But that's just something that we said nearly every night of our lives before bedtime to each other. And even, yes, as an adult, even as a 37-year-old, we would say it to each other. So, because we loved each other, and that's a way of showing affection and our love. So, I decided, sorry, my phone is ringing. So, that's why I decided to do this. Just waiting. It's going to be a hang up. Yep. Okay. I don't know what honestly, without getting to, I want to cry a little bit, and now my nose is running. So, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just, like I said, this is a tribute to our relationship. I didn't know what else to do. I could have done a photo, but honestly, neither of us like having our photo taken. There aren't too many great photos of us together, certainly, but even separate. And so, and I have the photo for that. I didn't feel I really wanted to do a photo. This was something that was between just me and her, and it meant a lot to us, or at least to me, certainly to me. I'm sure it must have meant to her, because she said it too, but I mean, to me, it's something I have in my heart. So this is why I decided to do it this way. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Again, I wish I could have had the letters be crisper and clearer. I do think that they are clear, or certainly clear enough. And so I'm happy with it. This, like I said, it means a lot to me, this diamond painting. for the personal reason. Okay, so if you just want to, before I go, take a little close-up. The cool little stars I did. They look like snowflakes and a little bit of almost a religious kind of a crucifix or something, you know. So I'm really happy with it, and Mom, I love you. I wish you were still here. Okay, I'll go now. Don't want this to be too depressing. This is a tribute and this is a happy thing. Because let's stay happy, right, guys? All right. So thank you for watching. I hope you like it. I hope you liked my little story. I debated kind of whether to tell it to anybody because it is a very personal thing. Again, it was something between me and my mom. But, you know, I'm kind of an open book kind of person. I tell my business to anybody and everybody because I'm just I'm just crazy that way. So why not tell you, dear friends, a personal story of me and my mom and what this means to me. Okay, thank you for watching. I very much appreciate it. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.